I'll comply.
I'd be honored. It was the only way.
Ready when you are. Let's clean up. Thinning their numbers. Strength is all for a mercenary.
What's my strategy? What's the plan?
I do this for all of us. Huh? Oh! Pretty good, huh? Only the strong survive. My orders? That's the spirit! Ah! How about a curtsy?
I'll cut through.
At your service. I needed that.
Is that it? Obvious. Is that it? Not so obvious. This could turn the tides.
Thank you. Still here. Make a difference?
You're a big help.
Ja! Won't work. Ha! Obvious. Yeah! Is that it? Yeah! Obvious. Won't work. Not so fast. Need to pull my weight.
I can't lose! I must steel myself.
I was just stronger.
I've got another option.
Thanks so much.
It's over. I must lead them well. I expect no less.
about a curtsy? Still far from the top. For Gerald.
Another victory. Thank you.
It is done. Onward.
I'm still here.
That wasn't difficult. Now let's try something a little harder. I would like to masterclass a unit, since I now have at least one level 30 unit. But I guess that will have to wait until afterwards, since you can't quit between battles. Go to the classifications or certification exams to change class. Let's take a look at the map. We have a King of Beasts, a whole bunch of brawlers, with a couple axes, a lance, an archer, and one magic user. Let's see what they're looking at for stats. 11. Alright, 30 attack on the archer, not bad. 40 on the paladins, not bad. 24 seems low, but he is a brawler, so he can quad. There are a lot of brawlers. I definitely want to keep everyone safe behind someone with heavy defenses. And we have a bird. The King of Wings. It almost rhymes name. I guess it does. Actually. We get a special bow for killing him. He's got the normal speed boost on low life. And evasion versus melee. $66 life. I don't think he has very high attack. 29, no. So, as long as we manage his attacks appropriately, everything should be fine. Okay, 35. So I think we're going to send Sylvain to deal with the the red enemies. Actually, I might want to buy some time by allowing them to run this way towards me without attacking anything, rather than setting a detachment to deal with red enemies. And then I'm going to have pretty much everyone else run over here, kill these enemies, kill the bird. That's the plan. We may need to adjust as the situation unfolds. Probably want Felix to be closest to the bird because he's the one who can do the most damage. I don't think you can... No, you can refund or replenish your battalions from the battle preparation menu. I was going to say that I didn't think there was a way to replenish them if you could go from battle to battle without any break in between. Which might make things a little more challenging. An idea for maybe a challenge run. No battalions, no battalion replenishing. Have to do it without taking any damage. Let's start this.
Ready when you are.
What's the plan?
Now it looks like we're on desert terrain as well. Yeah, hand axes. I can just throw javelin at this guy, no problem.
Eventually, I too will fall. I've improved. I'll cut through.
Let's clean up.
What's my strategy?
At your service. I do this for all of us.
I'd be honored.
My orders?
I disposed of doubt long ago. It was meant to be.
Hopefully I'll be more useful now.
Going for the kill.
This could turn the tides.
These are quite fast.
aim for greatness.
Too weak for this world. The consequence of the blood I've spilled. Still had room to grow.
Patriot's Battalion is really strong. It gives immense like attack power, defense, and crit rate.
You fought well.
And I might be able to make Felix a Bonine now.
Strength never betrays.
I guess since it's Sylvain, we'll use the Silver Axe because his attack power is relatively low. We use Fortify because I don't think we need it, and it gives more experience.
Leave it to me.
Work! I was just stronger. I sense an improvement. See you in the eternal flames.
I will destroy you!
I wasn't wanting a crit there. I was hoping Sylvain would get the kill.
I'm not dying here.
You make
But
me
Leone
feel
was
safe.
too good to not crit. Oh no. Sylvain just can't get any enemies to fight him because when I try to weaken him, he just get killed. It's tough being a unit that can't one-shot enemies all by yourself. I think, maybe with the exception of Violet, it's probably best to just abandon the that are on the side. Could have wasted time moving this way, just to do nothing. Alright, let's try this once more. Better not miss. Good.
Burn until we meet again.
That gets him a little bit of experience at least.
what I was hoping for.
Yeah, it doesn't help that much.
Is that it? Obvious. Is that it? Obvious. You knew the odds.
Going for the kill. Feels good to fight for a cause. How inspiring.
This'll be useful.
All for our future. Old habits die hard.
That one pretty quick. I guess I'm used to fighting like main chapters and paralog complexity side quests. The standard quests are not that intense.
Still got it. Oh, you're just flattering me. Oh. Seems my practice is paid off.
I think I got it.
I appreciate your guidance. Looks like I did it. Ah, no big deal. That was just... That was just...
I think he's getting close to S rank. More than halfway there. Both have an A. Yes, Shamir.
That wasn't difficult. Your praise is appreciated. That...
Oh, thanks for...
Feeling pretty good about this.
Oh, hey, Professor. Actually, I ran into that thief while I was shopping just now. Maybe you don't remember. It's been quite a while. The man who stole the book from that market stall. I saw him on the street with his kid. They were both so grateful. It's a really nice feeling. Yeah, but it did seem like they were still having trouble getting by. I guess what you said to me back then was right. My actions didn't really solve the problem. I can't help everyone no matter how much I try. If I had the money or power, maybe, but I don't. You know, a long time ago, Leonardo said nearly the same thing to me. I think it was when I tried to look after the horses all on my own. I really messed that up. He said, "You're not quite ready for this yet, but there's no need to rush." I know I can't help very many people right now, but I think doing what I can for those I see in front of me is still worthwhile. I have to believe that, at least. Thanks. That's reassuring to hear. What about you, Professor? Has anything been troubling you lately? I'd be happy to help, as long as it's not looking after horses. You might not want to trust me with that. Hey, don't be that way. There's gotta be something. It doesn't have to be serious. I genuinely enjoy helping people. It's a great feeling making someone smile. So if there's anything I can do for you, I want to do it, because I care about you. You think so? It's just what anyone would do, really. So what'll it be? How can I help? Of course! I'd be glad to cook with you.
Good enough? Thank you so much.
What are the requirements to get in? Oh, you need well. A in writing. Might as well look at the rest while I'm here. Flying axes and lances. Sword and reason. This seems like a really easy class to get into. The others have like A, C. This is just A and a B+. Great Knight. You need heavy armor and riding and axe. So I imagine that's an upgrade from a Fortress Knight. He's in it. Always Lance. Faith in riding. Axes and brawling. We've definitely got people who have the bow and getting there with their riding. Insta-C is probably faster and easier than getting riding to A. Definitely have people who have the axe and the heavy armor to get into Great Knight, but need to work on riding. I need to start pushing the specializations riding, since 4 of the master classes are horse-based. One of them is flying. That sounds like something Ingrid would be good with. The magic weakness is negated by high resistance. The weakness to bows you can't really do that much about unless you dismount. But I think Great Knights and Bow Knights are probably okay. It's, the army. Maybe Holy Knights for our healers once they actually achieve the highest possible feat. Although they're both female, so they might have other class options available. Falcon Knight. Sword lands and flying. It's just sort of you swap the Wyvern Lord's defense for resistance. Their axes for a sword. Memory. Reason and faith. Since they're both sort of reason and faith-based, that fits right in with them. I'm not sure where to get those resources. Do I just harvest them?
Really? Right, right. Ugh.
So we'll go do some dining hall stuff to increase motivation and get some professor experience. After that, we'll do some training for Byleth skills.
After the fighting's done, we should all go on a gourmet's journey around the world. What say you?
That sounds like fun. What do you think, Professor? Up for a culinary adventure?
It
It's, really tasty.
Yeah. Please, help yourself.
I like seeing a table full of my favorite dishes.
Oh, my favorite food. You've got to try this.
Ooh, this is my favorite. You've got great taste.
This looks.
Yeah, I'm so glad I found you here, Professor. Now I don't have to worry about what to do with myself. Captain Gerald told me to look out for you after all. So now...
You fought well. All right, next. All right, next. Too slow. You haven't earned my pity. It was meant to be. He's gotten better at killing people, and in exchange, surrendered what little humanity he had.
Let's see. It seems that in the last 5 years, the monks here have left this place for the town below. However, once they learn of our return, perhaps they'll come back. I hope the monastery can return to normal someday.
Professor. Do you have a moment, Professor? I need to speak with you. Thank you so much. This is what I wanted to address. This letter from my adoptive father just arrived. Oh, have I not mentioned him? He's the reason I first came to the Officers' Academy. He's also the one who dragged me from the church where I was living, just so he could use my crest. My crest does not yet belong to a house, so he plans to use it as leverage to marry into the nobility. He's a very greedy man who was a roving merchant before adopting me, but now he's in the capital. This letter says that he's finally arranged to marry me off to a wealthy noble. I know he's just thinking of himself, but can't he see that this isn't a priority when we're at war? I suppose it's possible. He may be worried about carrying on his bloodline, but... I don't know what to do about this proposal. I can't see any way around it, so I fear that I must. I just don't want to let go of the life that I've made for myself. I know it's not what my heart wants, but I don't have the strength to say no. I believe I've mentioned this before, but I want to work in service of the church. Well, I suppose it doesn't necessarily have to be the church, but I want to help those in need. If I were to marry a noble, I think it would be difficult to realize that dream. It's just, I've always allowed myself to follow the whims of those above me. I convinced myself that everything in life was at the will of the goddess. I was blind to reality. I believed it was her will to both pull me from the church and guide me to the officers' academy. The decision to enter this war was the first time I acted of my own free will. My adoptive father opposed this decision, but I somehow managed to convince him. Still, I couldn't free myself of him completely. This letter is proof of that. It's not that I'm scared of him, but there is something that worries me. I knew you'd understand, Professor. I've sat down to write a reply several times, but I can't muster up the courage or the words. I was hoping you could provide me with the encouragement I need. That's a very good point. We're only given one life, so we must do all we can to pursue our happiness. Okay. I think that may have been just the push I was looking for. I'll tell him the truth, that I found a life worth pursuing, and I must decline the proposal. Maybe I should tell him I've fallen for someone else. Why, it's you, Professor. Isn't that obvious? I'm just teasing. Now I'm off to write this letter and stand my ground. Thank you for your encouragement.
What the?
Hello, Professor. What brings you here? Fancy a bit of fishing? Are you looking for help with something? Ah, no. Your eyes tell a different story. You know, I can hardly go fishing without thinking of old Gerald. He and I would just sit here, casting our lines again and again. I'm no better at it now than I was then. Not a single nibble. Just like your father. He used to tell me exactly the same thing. I was hopeless at it, but he was a master. In the time it took me to catch one fish, he could fill his basket to the brim. You know, talking to you, I'm feeling very nostalgic. Why don't you join me? We can trade some stories about the old man. We spoke before about how Gerald never seemed to age, right? Once, when he was drunk, he let the secret slip. He said he'd had an infusion of crest-bearing blood, and it had greatly extended his life. Well, we'd both been drinking, I figured he was joking, so I just laughed it off. Then I asked him his age. He said he'd stopped counting after he hit 100. And he was telling the truth. In those 20 years he was away, he didn't age a bit. An incredible person, to be sure. And I probably don't know the half of it. Actually, I'd like to ask you something about Gerald, if you don't mind. When Gerald was away from the monastery, what was he like? In other words, he was exactly the same. When he was with the Knights, he always found time to go fishing. He was hooked on it, you might say. He'd say there was no greater pleasure in life than sinking his teeth into a fish he'd caught and washing it down with a drink. I have to say, right now, fishing with you, it really takes me back. This feels just like the good old days, when Gerald was sitting alongside me.
Okay, I'm thinking...
In the Alliance, the Lords have been at odds, so peace and prosperity have declined there as well. In particular, bandits have been appearing in large numbers near the Great Bridge of Murden. Rumor has it that the domain's lord, someone by the name of Acheron, is a completely ineffectual leader.
No.
Hey,
Professor!
I'm more of a mercenary than a knight these days. I work to get paid. I never was too attached to Fodlan. I was considering leaving soon, but I might change my mind if you're around. I'm more of a... but I might change... Thanks. I appreciate it. Thanks. I appreciate it. Thanks. I appreciate it. Thanks. I appreciate it. I'm more of a mercenary. Thanks. Thanks. I appreciate. Thanks.
Annie, do you have a moment?
Is this about what happened when we were shopping? If so, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Not so fast. I haven't properly apologized yet. So, I'm sorry. I got scared. Imagine if something bad happened to you because of me.
Mercy.
You would have just run away if you were on your own, wouldn't you? Instead, you acted defensively because I was there. I dragged you down.
Mercy, you're upsetting me! How dare you say that you dragged me down? You know why I was acting so recklessly? Because I wanted to protect my best friend in the whole world.
Annie.
Do you remember when we first enrolled at the academy? It seemed like everyone was leagues ahead of us and so far out of reach. I felt completely hopeless. But because you were there, I didn't lose hope. So, don't say stupid things about how you dragged me down or how you don't deserve things.
Thank you for saying that. And again, I'm sorry. You're just so important to me. I know I could never find another friend like you. You've stayed by my side through thick and thin. I wouldn't be able to forgive myself if anything happened to you because of me.
Mercy, can we be friends again?
Of course, Annie. Friends forever.
Good. I don't know what I would have done if we hadn't found a way to make up.
I'm sorry. I should have said something sooner.
No, I'm the one who should have stopped being so stubborn and said something. You know, now that everything's as it should be, I'm suddenly starving.
That's just like you. Come, let's go for tea.
Ooh, let's! And we should have some Mercy-baked sweets on the side. I think I love you more than just about anything in the world.
You do? Oh, Annie, you're too sweet.
Not as sweet as your baking. I love your baking more than anything in the world, too. Other than you.
Well, I'm always happy to bake for you, Annie.
I'm so happy to have you back.
Oh, it's Leonie. Perfect. The soil's ready. Let's get to planting.
She's so diligent, I can barely... Oh, look at her elbow.
There we go, all set. Now a little water.
Her sleeve's all torn. She should get that fixed.
Hey, Bernadetta, what are you doing here?
Leonie! I was,
What is it?
I was just admiring your hard work.
If you've got time to stare, you may as well help me out. Is that all you wanted to say?
Not exactly.
Well, come on, out with it.
Oh, it's the elbow.
Your elbow looks fine to me. Is it bothering you?
Not mine, yours. Your sleeve's torn.
Huh, how about that? You're right. I didn't notice. You could have just told me right away, you know. It's just a little tear, though. Nothing to worry about.
If you don't mind, I could fix it for you. It would only take a minute.
You can do that?
I'm actually pretty good at sewing.
I never knew. Well, if you're offering, by all means. Just let me finish watering these. Oh, I guess I should get this shirt off first, though, huh?
What? Hold on, don't... You can't just...
Mission accomplished. Let's pack up and get out of here.
Yes. Let's.
What's wrong? You don't seem like your usual self.
Oh, I'm still the same old Alois. Come on, let's head back before nightfall.
Don't try to hide it. You're making it obvious.
Shamir, can I ask you a stupid question?
That depends on how stupid it is.
You're a skilled sniper. You've completed countless missions. And in the process, you've taken countless lives.
Correct. And your point?
After a mission, do you ever think about the people you killed?
Never.
I see. Well, I guess that's the best way, huh? There's no point dwelling on it.
After all the lives you've taken, why worry about it now?
I've got everything packed up. I'm going to head back now. You should head home as well before it gets too dark.
What a tiresome man.
Right.
Let's try auto instruction. It seems to line up with the goals you set.
It's been 10 years. Can I move on yet? Ugh, never mind. I know what you'd say. In a sense, someone who's long since passed. Another mercenary I fought alongside. They were killed 10 years ago when Dagda was in conflict with the Empire. It's all I can focus on lately. To be honest, I blame you. I'm just teasing. I know it's not your fault. You just remind me of him. You give off a similar air. It's uncanny. You even have the same inflection, which makes no sense because we only ever spoke Dagdan. I don't know what it is, but you feel the same to me. I guess you just remind me of the past. That's fair. It's not your fault. It's my fault for getting caught up in memories. Still, you always remember your first love, right? That's enough of that. There are more relevant topics to discuss. There's no point in dwelling on the past. Let's talk about the future. Your next move seems apparent. But who knows where I'll end up? Though I may have done enough traveling for one lifetime, I like the idea of having a permanent home. And after all my time here, I've grown quite fond of Fodlan. Mission complete.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
%0 chance. Even though his writing is C+ and his bow is A+? Well, his lance is E, but... The One might be closer. We could try that. %69%. Let's try it.
All that hard work's paid off.
That should enable her to have better mobility, which sort of gives her better effective range, and then she can also use hit and run tactics, now that she's a bow knight instead of just a sniper. Shamir might be able to do it too. But she's not high enough level yet. Ash has a hidden talent in lances, or budding talent in lances. His writing's middling. So he should be able to get there pretty easily. Yeah, Felix does a go. Hero has Sword Fair, which is good because it synergizes with his weapon. But it looks like the only sword class in the master classes is Mortal Savant. Although female characters end up being able to get Falcon Knight as swords. There's nothing to stop you really from mixing and matching. Alright, we have another rare battle, so next video we will finish this quest, that rare battle too, hopefully. And then we'll move on to main storyline battle after that.